ICIS Women's International Cross-Cultural Exchange, ICIS WICCE, is a global action-oriented women's organization that was founded in Geneva, Switzerland in 1974 by two women, Jane Cottingham and Mary Lee Curl. Their vision was to enable communication of ideas, creating solidarity networks and sharing information to overcome gender inequalities. Named after Isis, the ancient Egyptian goddess of wisdom, creativity and knowledge, ICIS WICCE today continues to carry on with the vision of its founders by promoting justice, equality and mutual relationships between women and men. The organization's vision is of an informed society which values and ensures women's rights in order for them to realize their capabilities and potential for positive social change. Since the time of its founders, ICIS WICCE has worked tirelessly to promote the cross-cultural exchange of information and skills. In 1993, ICIS WICCE relocated from Geneva to Kampala, Uganda, to tap the voices of African women and to link their concerns and issues to debates and campaigns taking place elsewhere in the world.
I'm very happy. A joy to me. Although left joy in my heart. Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
The 1995 Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action formed ICIS WICCE's niche of advancing women's rights in armed and post-conflict settings.
When we moved to Uganda, we did collaborate with other women's organizations, and we came to find out that most of them had done quite a lot in areas such as girl child education, women's economic empowerment, women and the law. But there was little that was done when it comes to women's concerns or women's voices in situations of armed conflict. So ICIS WICCE took upon itself to see and investigate what women were saying were the consequences of the conflicts that have taken place not only here in Uganda but the world over.
They came apart, they came accurate, they came heretic.
Since 1996, ICIS WICCE has become a resource base for the cross-cultural exchange of information and skills building through international institutes, which it carries out annually around the globe.
The basis of our movement is still skills, knowledge, communication, information sharing.
Skills and knowledge have as a result been replicated to thousands in grassroots communities in Africa, Asia and Latin America. Empowering and training women in armed and post-conflict situations has also enabled them to highlight human rights violations, raise awareness on the plight of survivors, participate in peace building, advocate and demand for redress. Since 1998, in collaboration with like-minded organizations, ICIS WICCE carried out 6 in-depth research studies in Uganda, South Sudan, Liberia and Nepal.
In 2008, ICIS gave a report of its research and documentation on the experiences of women during the war and the effects it had on their lives. Survivors came to that meeting and they spoke of what happened to them, to the great distress of all of us who were in the audience. That woman had been raped by a gang. They had even used a flashlight to rape her. And you can imagine what the consequences were on her total life, her livelihood, her body, her psychological, her physical makeup.
ICIS WICCE has worked with medical professionals to undertake medical interventions to address reproductive and psychological consequences of conflict on war survivors. ICIS WICCE's strength is in its ability to impact national policies to prioritize concerns of war survivors and directly giving women in post-conflict communities hope, as well as creating a great impact on women's health. Through its interventions, women survivors of conflict have regained self-esteem.
I was empowered to speak on rights of women. I want to see that HIV-positive women are helped.
The organization has championed advocacy for redress of abuses of armed conflict through Resolution 1325.
You will chair the Security Council in the month of October, and all of these things make you very important. And he's certainly very supportive to me.
If in your speech you would very much highlight this point that we have discussed, it will be great for the leaders of Africa to hear you and to say that funding resources should be put in the body of the women, of the African women. Thank you.
WICCE is committed to continue projecting the situation of women in conflict and post-conflict settings and enabling them to reach greater heights.
I've been with WICCE from 1999. He is a liberator for a woman. WICCE needs to be appreciated. WICCE needs to be motivated. I hope someone is motivating them.
For WICCE, it is a commitment. It is a call to end violence and torture against women in conflict and post-conflict situations.